2 days after, they started getting really heavy scabbing. They were about like 1/2 inch thick scabs going across my eyebrows.
This video is about an issue with permanent makeup pigment, heavy scabbing. It happened around late 2022 to 2023. If you're a PMU artist facing this problem, I'm sharing my personal experience with you. If you don't know what I'm talking about yet, don't worry. Just wait until you gain more real-life experience. Honestly, I don't care anymore because this is exactly the kind of problem PMU artists face. And here's my stupid solution. Jimmy T had no choice but to figure it out on my own. Every pigment or class out there is often more image than truth. Yes, this video needed a little AI help. To be or not to be?
Hey, it's me, Jimmy T, okay? Now, this is my beautiful model, okay? And like we closer, look at her brows. We did it about 40 days before, right? 40 days.
40 days, correct.
And how you feel right now? Like,
they're doing great. They are completely healed. Great job, Jimmy. Okay. The process was super easy. The healing process was amazing as well. Barely any scabbing, more flaking, and cleaning and maintaining them was a piece of cake. And they've kept a lot of pigment and they look amazing.
So now today we try to make it, of course, like more, a little bit more density, a little bit more darker. Okay, but right now so natural, I love it. But we just want to do a little bit more. Now the reason I bring her in is, of course, I want to make her beautiful. Number 2, whatever. She facing the problem exactly like when I like post, I need model, okay? She come to me exactly the problem I'm facing like about 2 years ago, and then exactly the problem she has before. Now I'm not trying to blame on everyone like it's something happened with the pigment. This is I've been saying a lot of time, and then I kind of have a solution. I put my formula in my class, okay? And do you mind like say what happened about 2 years ago where you did your brows, and then what happened?
So pretty much what happened when I got my brows done, they looked amazing initially, and about 2 days after, they started getting really heavy scabbing. They were about like 1/2 inch thick scabs going across my eyebrows.
Really?
Yeah, they were 1/2 inch. Like
really?
They would go across like huge chunks of my eyebrow, like from the arch down to the tail. It was a whole scab.
Okay.
And so they ended up falling off, and all of the pigment went away, and it just never came back.
No, I don't. 1/2 inch. I need to get a ruler. 1/2 inch? Are you sure?
Yeah.
1/2 inch is that much?
This much. Yeah.
Really?
Right here, this much scabbing.
I think we put like the scrap on TikTok will be a lot of views.
Yeah, right.
But like we try, like this is exactly the problem I'm facing about 2 years, but not 1/2 inch, maybe just like 1/4 inch, maybe, like the scrapping. So now, thank you so much again. Like she helped us to solve. Let me monitor every day. Now this is the result I would post it every day. She send me the healing process. Now this is day 40, okay? Day 40, and see how this is. So this is pretty much exactly what I'm looking for. Of course, before I'm using one pigment is very, very good, but sudden something wrong. And we will record it after today. I have the kind of video, the procedure I did her last time. So I will put it in my class or a little bit to my video. So all right. Exciting. That honestly would last even though I don't do touch up today, it will last at least 1 to 2 years at least. But touch up, remember, we kind of step back a little bit. We don't do aggressive like the first time, because the skin is like still healed, the baby skin.
When you do a touch-up, the minimum wait time is 28 days. It should be done within 3 months to 6 months. During the touch-up, don't be aggressive. Work very gently with as few passes as possible and avoid too much depth. The skin is still healing and is like baby skin, very thin and delicate.
But oh, one more thing I want to ask you. How about the procedure I did it? First time, is it scrappy?
No,
None.
no scabs at all. It was mainly flaking, like tiny little bits of flaking, not heavy scabbing like I had before.
So, from my English experience, like very clear skin.
Very clear, almost
skin?
white, like
Oh,
white
yeah,
and
this
clear
is
skin.
exactly what we're looking for. Scrap color, almost like 90%, 100% will fade away. Okay, so thank you, and then we'll move forward to do the procedures.
For all PMU or tattoo work, if the healing process involves heavy scabbing, then after the peeling, the pigment almost always disappears, about 90%, 100%. But why? Is it a pigment issue? Sometimes yes, something may be wrong with the pigment itself. Maybe the ingredients are too much, or the formula is not balanced. The truth is, the pigment can be very difficult to implant into the skin. So what do? We make more passes to get the result we want right after. And yes, the result can look very good immediately after the procedure. This is what Jimmy T used to do before, and also what I often see on social media. Of course, there are many artists better than Jimmy T. But unfortunately, some artists want to show the perfect result right after and end up overworking the client's skin. And yes, Jimmy T did the exact same thing before. We all get brainwashed. Should we push for the after photo to look amazing? Sure, sometimes the healed result still looks good. But do they share the unsuccessful cases? Do they give you real solutions? No, of course not. They just want you to buy their products. Salesmen, brainwash, drama, enough is enough. At the end of the day, Jimmy T is not afraid to share the truth. Yes, the Married with PMU channel has been hacked and hated on, but whatever Jimmy T says, just try it, test it yourself, and you will understand how difficult it really is.
Bye.
Oh, you want to show?
Oh yeah, and I got this awesome tattoo done by Jimmy.
From Jimmy is my brother. Okay, Jimmy. No, I'm just
Yeah, his brother.
Okay.
Recently, Jimmy T has been developing more tattoo skills. From tattooing, I've gained a deeper understanding of skin and materials, and this knowledge can also be applied to PMU. For example, using a magnum needle in PMU can make the procedure faster to finish. Now, here's a sensitive question. Can we use tattoo ink for PMU? First, I want you to buy tattoo pigment and look at the ingredients. Compare them with PMU pigment. You'll see the ingredients are basically the same. The only difference is the percentage of ingredients used, and that's the difficult part. With AI and research, we can break it all down, the pros, the cons, the ratios. And yes, Jimmy T figured it out, but I had to be very careful to speak out. At this point, Jimmy T is not afraid anymore because I'm all in. Worst case, I've got nothing to lose. We've all invested in PMU education and buying their products. And you know what? A lot of it is BS, more image than truth. Salesmen, brainwash, slogans, every pigment company says theirs is the best, but which one really is? Something is wrong here. No one helps, so I had to figure it out myself. That. To the point. Jimmy T is not afraid to talk real anymore. If someone keeps saying, take a 5-day class and you'll make 6 figures. If they say my pigment is this and that, them too. That's not the core solution. I will break it all down. Jimmy T always says the key is viscosity, and a new word I use is adhesion of pigment. Yes, I've started using tattoo ink for PMU. With just a few adjustments, it works. Of course, pigment companies don't want you to know this, because it's the same truth you could ask ChatGPT, break down the ingredients. When I look at the ingredients of even the most experienced pigments, they all share the same components. Just don't use rosin. Even my students tried my solution, and it worked. You know what? Jimmy T keeps improving. Whatever I show you in a video is based on truth and tested results. Because if one element is dysfunctional, you won't be able to link it all together.